You know, I thought we started doing this show, there'd be a little red light comes on the camera.
Yeah, no, all we have is a little finger in the corner saying...
Index finger.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Cape Breton Diver Guide. My name is Mark Boutard. I'm with the Cape Breton Nervous Wreck Dive Club here in Sydney.
And I'm Ken Jardine. I'm an instructor with Scuba Tech in Sydney also. And Mark, if you've been watching the show now for a few times, we shoot about 5 segments in one day. So it's not that Mark only owns one shirt, or that I only own one for that matter. That's just sort of the way it goes.
It is. I only have 2. The other one's dirty.
We get a budget for wardrobe and stuff. A wardrobe courtesy of whatever, Spinners or somebody, I guess.
That's right. We'll just have to work on that.
We advertise the call.
And if you do like the show, maybe the next time this is aired, you'll have it. Yeah. Send in your donations.
Yeah. But anyway, the whole idea of the show is diving, and that's what we're going to get at today.
Right. And we're going to talk about, in Tech Talk, dive watches. And in the instructor tips, we're going to talk about buoyancy. And in location,
the Montera was last week.
That was last week. We should add that.
Louisbourg Harbor. It's a wreck dive. It's a wreck. Those of you that have been to Louisbourg, we're actually retaking this. We already shot one intro, but it was all screwed up, so we're redoing this. But we talked about it before. Louisbourg in 1995 is 200 or 250 years, or we don't even know. It's several hundred year anniversary of Louisbourg. So it's fitting that we do this actual thing. There's been thousands and thousands of people out there, and they're missing one of the biggest sites of Louisbourg, which is the wreck of the Celebre. Yeah. It's right out off where the bus let off. We're going to get into it in a lot more detail in about another, 7.5 minutes, because we're right now going to go to dive watches. They're an important piece of equipment for when you're diving. So if you just sit back, enjoy the segment on dive watches, and we'll show you the Celebre. All right,
this thing's beeping.
It's on self-destruct. Everybody gets a start. There we go. You haven't got one of these, have you?
No, I can't say that I have.
No? Like this one, eh? Okay, well, we will talk about dive watches. See how spontaneous this is? Just totally spontaneous. We didn't mean to do this.
Funny how it just worked in like that.
I said,
I can't understand that.
Watches sitting on the table.
It just happened to be there.
All right. A lot of times people ask about the bends and stuff. Non-divers, they're always asking, why not the bends and stuff like that? And again, these sort of questions come from lack of knowledge. I know with NOWI anyway, the organization I teach for, is safety through education. And when I say the bends, you know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. All the other divers out there know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people don't. For protection from the bends, we need a couple of things. All right. One is a set of dive tables. And we're getting into our instructor stuff here, but trust me, it's going to be tech talk in a few seconds. You need a set of dive tables. The dive tables are done in depth, in feet, and in minutes. We have 3 different tables, and if you want to learn more, take a scuba course. We'll gladly teach it to you. But in order to properly use these dive tables, protect yourself from the bends, you need 2 things. You need a depth gauge, which we'll talk about in another tech talk, and you need a timer of some kind. All right? The timers are broken into different categories. There's the old standby dive watch, all right? In the old days, the old Sea Hunt, that's back on again, actually.
That's back on again?
Yeah, well, that same guy, and he still has the same watch, I think. It has a great big bezel, an outer ring here that you can turn, and the big bezel, when you spin it, you line it up. You can see it spinning there. And what I would do is line the 0 up with the minute hand on the watch. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. All right? Just line it up with the minute hand. And as the time goes by, what's that here? Okay, just running it around. And as time goes by, the minute hand will be pointing at however much time has elapsed.
Exactly.
All right? That's one method of doing it. The other method is the one you just had, is your handy-dandy sport diver watch, which is digital, and let's see if I can make this stop. Alright, who gave me the sharp object? And it has a stopwatch built in, or like my own here. Can you get that on camera? Is it too shiny? Okay. This one has a stopwatch, and you hit your timer, and it's just running away there like a stopwatch. Alright? Now, the thing that all these watches have in common is you have to do something to activate them. Alright? You have to remember to wear them, and bring them for one thing. And also, you have to turn them on or set a dial or something like that. When you come up out of the water, you have to remember to shut them off. And as divers, as you know, we have a lot of other things to do.
That's the last thing that crosses your mind, is starting the watch at the beginning of the dive and stopping it at the end of the dive.
So, well, what most modern divers do, and I know for all the classes I teach, all the rental gear I use, have digital timers, which are incorporated right into their gauges, okay? Not to be mistaken with a dive computer, which we'll be talking about when we do the instrument section of the ECTOC programs. Dive timers are just that. This thing is doing a similar job to a stopwatch, alright? These little points here, A, B, C, on this particular model, you let them down, and it's going to run a little self-test on itself. This other one here, you push the button, and it's going to activate itself. This one is self-activated. As soon as it hits the water, it turns on. This one, during a buddy check, when you get dressed, what do I always do when you're going diving? I check your gauges, I make sure I turn on your gauges for you.
And I do the same thing.
And do the same thing for me. So, if you get in the water and your gauges aren't turned on, it's your buddy's fault, because they're supposed to help you out with it, right? This one's water activated. They're both pressure activated. As soon as I go below anywhere from 3 to 7 feet, depending on the model of digital gauge, alright, it turns itself on. All by itself. It starts running a stopwatch on it, and it also starts recording the depth. So now, at the end of the dive, when I come up, guess what it does? Shuts itself off. Keeps it all in the memory, and you can go back to this at the end of your day, or before you do your next dive. Pick up your handy dandy little dive tables, alright, get into the memory, clickety-click. Oh, let's see, I did 40 minutes at 36 feet. Okay, 40 feet, 40 minutes, I'm an E-diver. What's that mean? Take a scuba course, you'll find out. You can hear that. You'll find out, okay, if you take a scuba course. But, like I said, the timing device, do you have to be a diver to have a dive watch? No, not at all. Lots of people like going around wearing them. I used to work on aircraft in the military, and one thing I liked about wearing a diving watch was that it had 2 time zones in it, and we had to record everything in, I think they call it, Global Standard Time now, or World Standard Time? Zulu is what they used to call it, and Greenwich Mean Time. Yeah. And it was great, and a lot of things that dive watches do, they have a built-in stopwatch. This is my alarm clock. This has woke me up for 2 years now, every morning about 10 to 7, beep, 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 and away it goes. So, they're great units. The other nice thing about them that a lot of people like that are non-divers, they like diver stuff. This is Velcro, nice and long, even if you got great big monster wrists on you. For us, it's for wearing over the suit. Or, some people wrap it around the gauges. You can't do that with a normal watch strap. Normal watch strap isn't going to do it. And as replacements go, and as you can see, it's quite stylish. Okay? You've probably seen with this anywhere. And it's just a little something that the average person out there, everybody that has a watch, it's a neat little thing. If you're sick of those stupid watch straps, trying to get the little buckle on it.
Oh, they just get to be a pain more than anything else.
Yeah. So it's something else to think about. But the timers are very important. As far as care and maintenance on the timer goes, a lot of the models, like the watches, you just take it to any jewelry store and they're going to replace your batteries. This particular model here has a user replaceable battery, and it comes with the instruction book. This one has a lithium battery. Okay? You know all the ones you took your course with?
Yeah.
I've had those since we opened up. That's like 3 years ago now. They've been in pools, water. They have hundreds and hundreds of dives on them. Ice dives and everything else. Haven't had one go dead yet. The manufacturer told me I should get 10 years out of that lithium battery.
Is that right?
Yep. That's what he told me. And like I say, I haven't had any come back yet, so it must be working okay. These ones here, this one does a little bit more than the first one I showed. But it is a user replaceable battery, and last spring was the end of our 2-year season, and all the ones we sold the first year, everybody would come back, need the battery. So, but they can get it here, or they were getting it at any of the jewelry store or office supply store or something like that. Okay. Well, look after your timer, do your dive tables, and you'll have years of trouble-free diving.
Good stuff.
And it is good stuff too.
Yep, that it is. Let's move that into dive location, Louisbourg.
Right, Louisbourg Harbor. The wreck is called the Celebre. When it was sunk during a battle that saw about 6, I believe, French ships sunk in the same battle over a couple-day period. The ship itself was a 64-gun ship. There was another ship that sunk called the Prudent, which Parks Canada has not yet opened for people to dive. I have gotten to do one dive on it. That was through a special permission, one-shot deal. There were a bunch of us dove on it. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of excitement surrounding these wrecks, and Louisbourg in general, but this wreck in particular is quite interesting, and I think you're really going to enjoy seeing it. So we'll start rolling the tape now, and there's a lot more we can tell you about that wreck as you pay attention here. Particularly, don't forget, this is a graveyard. This is a submerged graveyard, so that's something to keep in mind when you're driving. There you see the fortress of Louisbourg, which is, of course, one of the best reconstructions, I guess.
In Canada.
Yeah, look at that. That would be great. You must find it interesting.
Very interesting.
You can only dive in Louisbourg Harbor with a tour operator who has a permit from Parks Canada. The permit, they'll only issue permits to registered tour operators. Which Scuba Tech is one, so our dive masters take it. You see there, one of the larger cannonballs and a smaller one. It had anywhere from 8 to 32-pound cannonballs on board. And you picture a ball of steel weighing 32 pounds. That's almost as heavy as a scuba tank. When they hit things, they're kind of a little bit of a hole.
Was there much of a surge?
There was, actually. The thing about this wreck is, as you know, Mark, it's quite shallow. When we did the Montana, Shane and I had a lot more surge than what we had this day on this wreck. However, the shallower depths you'll feel the surge a lot more than you will. Once you get deeper, you start getting down below the surge.
Exactly.
And see a lot of kelp on it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that there's a lot of vegetation going over.
Yeah.
Do they clean this vegetation up?
Well, we do actually. Excuse me. The North Rex Club, just before you got certified to dive, there was, there must have been 15 of us went out there one day and clipped the wreck under the supervision of the park wardens. They have a dive team out there. Dougie Pearl and his gang out there do a lot of work. And you clip it, you have to leave at least a 6-inch stem when you clip it using regular pruning shears you'd use for hedges, what have you. And then you gently take away the long leaves. You're not allowed to touch the stalks. These things, you can see the coral built up. That's a shaft of one of the cannon. And the coral is built up very heavily. It's called concretion. And there you can see one of the stalks clipped off there. And before the clipping is done, you wouldn't be able to see that cannon. Exactly. You can see all the clipping that's been done down beyond it there. Anyway, the concretion is actually stopping the decomposition of the material. Okay. So if you knock a piece off, a piece of that concretion off, it starts to rust all over again. The other reason they like to clip it is with the big, what do you call it, waves and such out there, and those huge leaves, there's a pulling action, like almost like pulling your hair. That's pulling on that. Now, you're not allowed to touch the wreck at all. You see I have my hand in the shot for the contrast, but you're not actually allowed to physically touch that wreck at all. Now, the guy on the left there is a dentist from Switzerland, actually, who came down for some private scuba lessons. Okay. Francesco Kunz, very nice man. And he took a one-on-one course, just he and I, and then this day Shane Grant came with me and we did some diving on the wreck to finish his course. What a way to finish a scuba course, eh? Not many people get to do that, especially on a wreck of this.
Now you're looking at a 300-euro wreck.
Yeah. Well, it went down in the 1750s, mid-1750s. And the way I try to tell people when they're on it, as far as not touching the wreck, for one thing, there are very, very strict regulations. This wreck is one of the best mapped sites in the world. They know if one little piece gets moved 6 inches, they can tell. I have copies of some of the drawings and that have been done, and we're very cautious about that. The other thing is, the last time that a pair of dry hands touched any of this stuff, they were in the middle of a war. They were fighting each other. And these ships, these were like the aircraft carriers today. These were top-of-the-line technology.
Cannons on this?
This one was 64. The Prudhomme was 74.
A lot of cannons.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think the old sailing ships would be
carried. Yeah. Well, they had like three decks of them. You know, each side of the ship would have 30 cannon or 32 cannon, I guess. And they'd have 3 rows of windows. And when they let go of a volley, boy, you know, some facing forward, some aft, but mostly it was side, of course. So this is something, Mark, everybody's looking at. The cannon are 8 meters long, okay? Up to 8 meters, 24 feet long or more. This little guy here is about as big as your thumbnail. And I just saw him and I stopped and I thought, you know, everybody always looks at the big stuff. Right? And how often do you stop and look at that? I mean, that's neat.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Neat, yeah. Hard to do, too. Because you're not allowed to touch the bottom, so I'm hovering. And I'm in really tight. It was very, very difficult to do. But,
A little vegetation.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautiful big kelp. It's like, what's it remind you of? Whatever the guy says.
There's very many, green clover.
Green clover, just about everything.
I was also thinking of the garden.
Yeah. That was just a scallop shell that the guys had seen there. Okay. These guys can decide what regular we want for Dr. Lewis.
I got to know.
Yeah, Dr. Lewis is going to visit Max. Oh, how did that? Well, if you're going to buy them, get the best. Okay, that's what he got. And, they just had a great dive. I'm only allowed, as a dive master there, I'm allowed to have 4 people with me at a time, that's it. Maximum. Only allowed to have one group in the water at a time. It's very, very rigid and strict. But you know what? I can understand why. Oh, it's a very fragile wreck. Very, very fragile.
If they take as much care of what's on the bottom there as they do of the fortress itself.
It'll last quite a while.
Very much so.
Flatfish. Yeah. There's lots to see out there. Just take your time and look around. Really enjoy it. Well, did you say when the footage, I shot some surface footage of, at the end of it, the guys that were in the boat and that? That's on here, is it? Oh, great. Yeah, that's, the thing is, too, when I take people out there on a tour of this wreck, I always make sure to do a couple of passes by the fortress itself. And I just use my sailboat. You don't need a great big fishing boat or anything. You get dressed on shore, get in the boat. I timed it last night. We left the wreck at 8:15, and we were back on shore at 25 to 9. And that was fully loaded. So, you know, with the boat fully loaded with people in it, we still only took 15 minutes to go up. And it was a little choppy.
Yeah.
So, people
it's a shallow,
oh, yeah, it's a shallow dive. Where the bus got you off in Louisbourg to go and see the fortress, if you look, we're 300 yards offshore from there, that was our marker. Now, Econova, and there's a whole bunch of talk about all these Europeans coming here to study this, but we're going to get to study it also, to study this wreck, and they're putting grids on it, scientific grids and everything. And, they had a couple of the people that work at the fortress, they were in the wooden boat here, doing some work on it. And they would see the guys there in the house stuff back in time. Yeah. Still diving with, back then. Yeah, I mean, we're all 3 of us are in there with the most up-to-date dive computers you can get and everything else. And these guys are dressed in the equipment of centuries ago. These were some of the tourists, yeah, and they were thrilled. The little kids were talking to us for 10, 15 minutes, asking us about the dive. Oh, yeah. And the tall ships were in and everything. So it makes for quite a day. It does. Even if you're not scuba diving, I'm sure a lot of people would like to just have a boat tour to see the fortress from the water.
Exactly.
It's pretty interesting.
It's a fantastic spot to visit, and as scuba divers, we have the extra that we can also see.
Yeah. But if those things aren't protected, and this is one of the things here, there's the Special Places Act, Nova Scotia Shipwrecks, Protect Nova Scotia Shipwrecks. These are available. We have them at Scuba Tech. You can get them through different government. Department of Education puts this one out, Nova Scotia Museum. And it talks about the different laws involved. Now, I know you see, like, where's that cannonball thing that Murphy? Is that behind you there? Or
just hiding it under the head.
This is a part of a cannonball. This was given to me at the shop by a diver. I don't even remember who. I don't normally keep track of it. But these are things people have had in their basement, like my father and my grandfather had it for 20 years or something like that. And they bring them in, we bring them to schools and show them to kids. But we don't take things off the wreck. We take pictures and leave bubbles. Yeah. That's about it.
Okay, Ken, I guess we better move right on to buoyancy. Because we're very short on time.
We're running out of time. 5 watches, we gotta do it. Welcome back to Instructor Rips, the YMCA crew. I'm Mark from Top here. the microphone doesn't pick up my voice too well.
That's why you're talking like this now.
Never seen your lips move.
Yeah.
Clear the mask there. And in the pool, this is a skill that you try to teach, but the segment we just showed was if you're doing a wreck dive, like on the Celebre, you're not allowed to touch the bottom. It's against park regulations.
That's right.
So you have to be able to control your buoyancy. You can see I'm just positioning the students here underwater, getting them to watch me with hand signals. As a diver, you get pretty good at the hand signals. You see my thumb, I'm pointing down, and there's bubbles coming out. I go down. Thumb is pointing up, no bubbles, I'm inhaling. I'm exhaling and going down. That's because I have my buoyancy jacket exactly with the right amount of air. So that by changing the amount of air in my lungs, just through regular breathing, I'm causing myself to become positive and negative. Now, I should do a hover here if I follow my normal pattern. I'll just get right out.
I can't recall, what it was.
Okay, get them to give it a try.
Students do it here.
Yeah, get them to give it a try. Angela has done a lot of diving this year. I think she's coming to the Islands.
Is that good? Oh, excellent.
Yeah, she's done 12, 14 dives. Well, considering the two of them are only 14, 15 years old.
That's right.
I think that we're all age are showing off now with the dive.
Oh, yeah, there she goes.
That's a low notice. Yeah, that's not the there. I'm not showing off in just a minute. It's a hard one to do, and the shallower you are...
Okay, I was doing it while I was videotaping this.
Yeah, I bet you were. Take his word for it, folks. But you can see, just to do that without moving your hands or legs or anything at all, and to stay right there, that is so peaceful.
And that is the hardest skill in scuba diving to master.
Plus, the other thing is with your weights. It rolls over. All over one way or the other unless you can get it just right. So but it's also the most beautiful when you master it. It feels so nice.
It is excellent.
It was pretty much on the stick that day, wasn't it? I had it pretty good.
Yeah, you must have been practicing for a while.
Practiced it because I didn't do it well, we doing it for the show. You never go in front of somebody cold. You make sure
You see that little rope holding him up there from a tight to the back of his tank?
Yeah. Okay, this is the upside down. Now, in some places they have scuba competitions. And you hang yourself upside down, and you want to have your mask, a dime is what you use. That you can pass a dime under your mask, and it will just scrape the mask on the bottom. It's hard to do, though. Very, very hard to do. Because every time you inhale or exhale, it changes things. And you can't hold your breath when you're diving, of course. But that is such a nice feeling. I thought I was going to bump my hip. But just to hang like that, you're not moving, you just let it happen. Okay. Everybody's weightless underwater. I spend a lot of time underwater, so it's the ultimate weight loss program.
So you have no weight problem?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. But, there you go. And it's what people generally, when they're taking a course, it's what they enjoy doing the most. They enjoy practicing these skills. And again, if you're on the Celebre, especially where there's such restrictions with Parks Canada, which it should have the restrictions, you really have to have your control. I'd like to see them have a mandatory buoyancy control workshop before you ever dive that way.
We should have a little contest going just for the dive club.
Yeah, that'd be nice. A lot of the places where it's built with coral, where it's so fragile, you don't get the water. Hi there. Me again? I see the lady had that master. Hey, a couple of teenage girls, 14, 15 years old, they're really getting the grasp of this thing. Why? Because on the pool, on their basic level course, practicing. And some might have a mention watching in the instructorship section that this is not designed to make a play field of the course. Alright? You're not going to have to do that watching a 1.5 to 5 minute segment. as I was saying, there are places that you dive, like you said, in Mexico, that they will not let you on the reefs until you do a buoyancy
They
workout.
take you to a spot and check to see how good your buoyancy is before they take you to some of these reefs.
So, I think most divers would welcome sort of an enforced buoyancy check, and it would help them with
I
their
think
skills.
it's great.
The only reason that I'm good at it is because I teach all the time.
Yeah.
Just like you're helping me with coursing that your buoyancy control is excellent. But because we practice it, we consciously do it.
Exactly.
Oh,
And,
my.
to tell you the difference, what happens is, like, because of the ear problems I've been having this year and that, and I was out of the water, my buoyancy is not what it was last year.
Because you haven't been diving as much.
Because I haven't been diving as much. You have to keep at it.
Knock on wood, I've been healthy all year.
That's what helps you.
Anyway, that was it for the Louisbourg thing, and we're going to do more shows on that. The day that we shot that wasn't the best of conditions, and that's why the shortness of the segment. But there's lots more to dive on in Louisbourg Harbor, and we're going to be doing future shows on some of the other wrecks, and maybe even taking a camera into the fortress and that too, give you a little more of that side of it, just for a change. The next show.
The next show, I believe, is going to be of a shark that you and Shane Gallant.
Yep. Shane and I did we did a dive on the Montera, which has been shown before, and when we came back to get the boat out of the water, it was pretty eventful because it almost sunk my truck, but that's another story with tides and such. But we found a 10-foot-long shark, still alive, had beached itself.
Is that right?
Yeah, and we tried to do a rescue on it. The shark obviously had some kind of a death wish, and it didn't cooperate. But it was very interesting. 10 foot 1 inch. Jimmy Horn measured it. 10 foot 1 inch long shark. That'll be our next show. Until then, I'm Ken Jardine from Scuba Tech.
And I'm Mark Boutot from the Nervous Wreck Dive Club here in Sydney. Have a good week.